Autumn is abundant. The waters flow from the mountains, the skies are vibrant, and the rainforest is filled with calm.
My love is green. Is a shifting, floating, growing feeling.
The wet season slows, and the clear skies create the most beautiful days. The mountains still hold all of summer's rains, and the waterfalls flow with force. Over our life in the rainforest, we have formed a sort of habit that autumn is the time for adventuring. The season holds the most beautiful waterfalls, the highest fruits on the furthest trees, and this sense of wonder in the air. But in the beauty and vibrance, the season is also filled with this sense of calm. As summer's intensity slows, we feel everything slow down around us. In one last energetic movement, the skies are painted with 1,000 shades of the deepest pink, with rainbows and mist, sunshine and rain, fog that covers each mountain and light that shines on each tree. The garden shifts with the season too, and autumn's bright colours reach far through the messy tangle of plants. Growth is woven with decay, and we see the beauty of both. There are cyclic lessons held in a wilting garden. The seeds drop to the earth, and in their hope, we understand everything. Our hands spread the seeds for the next season. Winter's growth is slower, but it brings some of the brightest blooms. We move to the delicate and eternal cycles of nature. So the garden is a mess, a beautiful mess, but a mess, definitely. There's been quite a lot of rain in the night and all of the flowers have just fallen down onto the path. So there's no path anymore. And then also there's cosmos reshooting everywhere on the path. And I'm like, please just reshoot in other places, not where I need to walk. But I think I'm just doing a little cleanup and then I might plant a few seeds. All of a sudden. These are sweet potatoes that another neighbour gave to me, and I'm really excited. I'm going to plant them all around the bananas. I've got a few of them, and that way that it keeps all the weeds away from the bananas, because bananas can get really overgrown with grasses. So instead, if you grow a green manure around them, then it overtakes, and no weeds can grow, and it nourishes the soil in return. The zinnia's seeds are like actually in their petals, so you pull their petals off like this and then take this, and these are the seeds. And so I collected heaps of dead heads, so I'm just going to spread them as well, even though they grow better over the summer. But I'm wondering if, my problem is that I'm always fighting off the weeds, so I'm wondering if I should just plant all the summer things now as well, because it's hot enough for them to grow. And then I won't have any trouble with weeds. So I think they'll just grow a lot slower and they'll probably flower for early spring, which will be lovely. Look, this one has already started to sprout, and that was still growing, but it was sprouting in the sky. It's so beautiful. These are Australian straw flowers or paper daisies, and they are so beautiful. I've never had that much success growing them. I had one yellow one, which this is from the seeds, because they're everlasting, so they last forever. But I've never had like a huge amount of plants go successfully, but my neighbour had heaps and she had this beautiful purple one, so I collected seeds from her, so I'm spreading them as well. And I'm excited to see how they go. The act of spreading seeds between your fingers is like nothing else. It's so beautiful, that feeling. In the ancestral process of spreading seeds, the silence speaks to us. We know that seeds have been saved and shared throughout history, and we can feel the movement across lifetimes. So we plant and we continue the eternal process of giving. We know that nature always returns her gifts in so many ways, through colour, beauty, and nourishment. This is my dodgiest bunch of flowers yet, but it's beautiful in its own way. I guess I name it the end of summer. All of that chaotic growth coming to an end. In the simplicity of gardening as the sun rises, we begin to understand the complexities of nature. We see that everything grows from a small seed, even the tallest rainforest trees or the brightest flowers. But in the shifting season's gaze, the bright yellow invasive weeds also reveal themselves, and they teach us the power held in a seed. It's funny because their bright flowers are really so beautiful, but behind their allure hides a huge threat to this rainforest. They spread quickly, reaching the most isolated bush and smother vegetation in their growth. But amongst the bushes that we spend our days trying to eliminate is a guava tree planted years and years ago by our grandparents. It again teaches us the impossibly everlasting gift held in a seed. Waking up at sunrise and analysing the beauty of growth makes me think about these seeds that we all hold within us. Our lives on this earth are etched with the fact that we will all leave something behind, our impact spreading like seeds. So in each decision, I have begun to wonder whether the growth I am nurturing spreads hope or destruction. Am I growing a better earth or supporting an unsustainable future? In the garden's blooms, the invasive weeds, and the returning fruit, we learn that we might not see the impacts of our actions, but they will spread. I've been waking up at sunrise some mornings and just hiking to the highest hill that I can find. And it's really beautiful. It's so different every morning. Like the sunrise is always different. Each view is different. The seasons are changing, makes everything different. It's so beautiful to see that every day can just be something else entirely. Morning routine is so special. It's funny, every day we have to come out in the morning and the night and look after the animals, but this responsibility kind of evolved into this really beautiful ritual where we end up just sitting with them and having a really special moment of calm. And Nim is just growing up so quick and she's so playful all of a sudden. Okay? She'll just climb over me. Good girl. Cutest thing in the world. I can't believe it. There's a really big storm coming, so we just made sure that all the sheep have cover. And hopefully it won't come, but it's sounding like it's getting closer. Are you coming up? Where are you going? Oh, so naughty! You're a good sheep, Aphrodite. Haha, you wanted to get to me. Oh no. You wanted Pat? You two are so sweet. You're scared. Oh, that's Aphrodite. Sheep, don't jump on her. Oh, you're gonna get in trouble. Do you like your new friend, Aphrodite?
With the threat of a huge storm rumbling high in the mountains, the birds seek cover in the trees. The black cockatoos play in the treetops, finding water in hollows. These birds are so beautiful, and each time we see one, we pause everything. They live for up to 41 years, and we often recognize the same cockatoos each year. Some years they bring their playful babies, and the trees are filled with joy.
You're waggling your tail like a helicopter. Hi! Really?
The beautiful music in this video is by Juliet Sunflower. You can find her links in our description. Thank you so much to our patrons who support us to plant trees and regenerate the land.